Alright, here's the deal. I don't feel like putting in my professional mic, so this is what I'm going to say right now. This whole campaign is my first campaign I ever DM'd. It came out in 2017. Took about 6-8 months for us to all finally get it all done. And the point is, I am much better than what this is. I am much better now, and I have done several campaigns since then that I want to put out after this. Problem is, I gotta put this one out before I put out the rest. So if you listen to this and you're like, oh, the audio sucks, or oh, he doesn't know how Dungeons and Dragons works, you're correct. The old gimmick didn't know exactly at the time. He's a bit aggressive and defensive. 2017 gimmick is. So please forgive him. And I'm sorry to say, if you want to understand the story going forward, this is where you gotta start to understand it. Maybe in the future go on to Wikipedia and figure out what happened if you don't want to go through it. But it's got some genuine good parts in Soulwood, and I would appreciate if you try to listen through, skip around if you have to, but it's worth it, I would say, and I would think. A few bits and pieces I want to show or throw out there about the audio. Yes, the audio it's okay. I had a good mic. I had a Blue Yeti mic on the table, and that was a big no-no because every time you bump the table, you can hear it in the recording. And if you can put that out of your brain, I'm sure you can enjoy it. And also, this was 2017, and this isn't a joke. This is no joke. There were like 4, 5, or 6 fidget spinners on the table at a time. I'm not kidding. So if you listen, you can hear them spinning in the background at some points. I love this campaign. I really do, but I do understand it might not be the best way for people to listen, but it gets better. The audio gets better. I get better, and I'd appreciate if you stuck through the story to get to the end. So without further ado, let's take a journey. Tell me when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right,
ready.
let me set the mood.
Ready
Let
me set the mood.
I've put a lot of work into thinking about this, looking at mechanics, looking up spells.
Have you?
Yes.
Have you read the Player's Handbook?
If I fuck up, sorry.
I'll kill you. I won't know though, because
Oh, if you fuck up, Dwight will let you know. Trust me.
Nah, I won't.
I'll
I'll just take advantage of it.
Can you pay me in advance? Snance. So, before I go, I'm gonna fuck up. You guys are gonna fuck up. This is the first time.
Okay, you don't know me.
Immediately, all of us. We're friends.
We're perfect. What are you?
Welcome to Eldra Gadrid, a world filled with mystery and intrigue hiding in every corner or under any rock. Truly anything can happen here. A world owned by no man, beast, or even God. This world can be best described as splatterpunk, and as you could describe cyberpunk with future tech, or steampunk with steam power, splatterpunk can only be described as very colorful. This is a world where there are no gray skies. There are blue jays, but there are also green jays, pink jays, and so on. But these birds aren't the sole residents of Gadrid. There are many beings, such as the elemental Genasi, who wish to conquer the land, insisting on being a disarmament group rather than an empire. The Silds, who slither, climb, and steal their ways across all types of lands. Nixie settlements, dwarven mountains, elven cities, the recently toppled humans, and so many more. But it's not just merely the races that matter. It's the individual, and within each individual, they hold their essence, an aura, if you will. If anyone wishes to know someone truly, they must look no further than the color of their aura. That will tell you what you need to know, and all you need to know. In this world, like our own, there are 3 types of people.
The selves?
Yeah.
For people who don't know, he's just pouring a massive amount of iced tea.
Yeah, you did like
Bro,
2 cups.
Take it to the head. Let's go.
There's 90% powder and 10% water.
So about splatterpunk.
The selves, who are so caught up in their life that they are convinced that they can do nothing else. The vain, who believe that only they possess what is right for the world, that their way of looking at things can only be the right way. The vain will stop at nothing to bend the world to their own state of paradise, no matter who stands in their way or disagrees. And then, there are legends. Now legends come in all shapes and sizes, all different races and colors. So many colors. The legends may not know that they are legends yet. They may be in the darkest of times. They may not consider themselves worthy, but it's the choice they make to do something. Maybe not to save someone or change the world, but just doing something to change their own destiny is what makes them legends. Anyone can be this. Anyone can be anything. Anything is possible in Eldra Gadrid.
Into the world to fuck some goblins.
I want you guys to start describing your characters. Who's gonna go first? I will
Clockwise, let's go.
I will make that decision. Hold on. 1,
Oh, he's
2,
gonna roll for it.
3, 4.
Boy's gonna roll for it.
It's just me all the time. It's
Counterclockwise.
just always me.
Don't look at the dice.
What did you...
So, my character is Lillium Lum. I'm a Nixie Druid. My background's a hermit. My entire goal for this is to find Faye, which is the girl who brought me into my original town. My appearance is like a paley blue skin. I'm 4'2". There's like a speckled kind of detail, like freckles that are like a paley green. Hair white, kind of mid-length, shoulder length, a little bit above. Skinny, small.
Ariana.
Right. I'm playing a character... Wait, shit. Okay, I made up my own race, right? And they're called Silds, and I don't know how to really describe them.
Try your best.
Like, little goblin-type creatures, not exactly a goblin.
Smooth boys.
Yeah, they're smooth, they're gross, I don't know.
Slimy boys.
Very slimy.
But they slime?
Yeah.
Like
Like
only when they
hands,
sweat, or like...
like slimy sweat, I guess,
Okay,
like
okay.
on hands.
Okay, hands.
Anyway, I'm playing a character named Tipp. He is a rogue. His background is urchin. He's chaotic neutral. And is there anything else that I need to say? Other than that.
Well, how would you describe
likes to
this?
How would I describe him? Like a curious jerk, kind of. Like, jerk as in, like, he doesn't know that he's being a jerk. He just assumes that's how.
A child.
Yeah, pretty much. He just wants to take things, and he will do anything that he can to get what he wants. He's just, I don't know, the worst.
He's the worst.
He's the worst! I hate him! I also have a nice pet mouse named Shoebox, and that's really all I care about.
And why do you have that pet mouse?
Because I love him. I don't Why do you mean why?
What class are you?
Rogue.
You can have pet.
You gave me a mouse.
No, my hard drive crashed.
Oh, okay. Why are you so upset? You're the one who let me have one.
Let's go back to Tipp. What color is Tipp?
What color is Tipp?
Yeah.
Shit, boy! He's like...
Describe like what he looks
a
like.
light red. He has really long... Well, not really long arms, but like... longish arms, like...
Would you say dangly?
Dangly.
His arms are so
Yeah.
fucking long.
He has horns that are kind of like askew on his head, so they're not like perfect, and his eyes are a little askew as well. And like, I don't know how to describe his mouth. Kind of like a not like a turtle, but like the
I thought you were gonna say turd. Okay.
Yeah, just like that.
Is it like really big with
He's
a really
just a
long
piece
tongue?
of shit.
Okay, what is his goal?
His goal is pretty much just take the most valuable thing in the land, from the most valuable person, if that makes sense.
What is the most valuable to each person?
Confidence.
Yeah. Aw, friendship. So like whoever I come in contact to, I want what they have. The most valuable thing to them, I want that.
Gotcha.
It better be an item. So.
Okay.
Love is the answer.
Again, no, I don't want that. No, I have enough. He doesn't understand love, but that's okay.
So would he be like a sociopath? Or is it psychopath that doesn't understand emotions?
Can he recognize emotions when he sees them?
He just doesn't understand like love, but
Right.
because he's never been taught that. But like happiness, he understands, and being sad and being angry.
Can he feel that?
Yeah, he's not crazy.
He's just not emotional.
Yeah, he just
He's not a
doesn't.
sociopath.
He doesn't get it.
He's not emotional.
He's like a kid.
What's his alignment? Because I know we've been going back and forth on that, because at first it was chaotic evil.
It was.
But the way you described him doesn't sound like a chaotic evil.
Chaotic
at all.
neutral. That's
Okay.
what we decided to go with.
Gotcha.
Alignment, slightly off center.
Oh, his eyes.
What about his eyes?
You said they were like chameleons.
Oh, yeah.
His name for it, go.
Oh shit, I gotta find it.
Funny cartoons here.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh, positive cornea. There we go. That's what that is. Because you know how like chameleons have like camera type eyes. It's kind of like that. Their eyes aren't out, like jutted out. They're like human, I guess. I can just see.
You can go different directions.
Yeah. There's like, oh, what's that over there? What's that over there? I want both of those things. Corn.
I am Desmond Shattershield, and I'm playing D&D. I am a fighter with the background of being a soldier, rolled for an officer, but more specifically, ex-King's Guard, a highly ranking military officer. My alignment is chaotic neutral. I only serve myself and won't easily leave my companions behind. My strongest features would definitely be my strength and my constitution. I'm a big hardy man with an AC of 18. I have PTSD and I'm an alcoholic. I have more regrets in my life than beneficial things I have ever done. I would definitely consider myself suicidal and willing to sacrifice myself for others. As being a protection fighter character, what I do is I protect others. I'm equipped with a longsword and a crossbow.
And now describe his appearance for me.
Geralt from The Witcher. I'm covered in scars. I've got medium-length gray hair. Yeah, I'm a pretty nasty man. I've been drinking for a very long time. I used to be pretty buff, pretty in shape, but years of alcoholism and not fighting or keeping up with his training regimens has left him wasted. He's at the ripe age of 55 years old.
I think
Quick
we're both
tip,
20. We're
20.
both 20, yeah.
You're 20?
We're both 20?
Mm-hmm.
You're both 20?
Yeah.
We're both
In
16,
human
20.
years.
Yeah, technically, but through the lifespans, she would be 16 and I'd be 18 in our regular, like, aging of race. To put perspective on, like, how aged we are.
Eddie.
My boy is named Howland Rayne, and he was a young orphan, and he was a sick fuck. He set fire to his orphanage and basically ran away. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got fucking killed. Then he got taken in by a cult called Knights Congregation that don't like going out in the daytime. They're pretty convinced what they believe in, what their god is, you know, the absolute truth. And they're all completely about survival of the fittest. You had to be smart and strong and pretty cool. Then basically his cult got completely wiped out. He was the only survivor. He left, and he got picked up by the cult when he was 10. Was in there till he was 18. And currently, he's 25. Basically, after the cult got destroyed, he left and just basically did a bunch of odd jobs and a couple assassinations, almost all of which involving magic. And the leader of the cult took him in, taught him everything he knew about magic, and that's how he got pretty decent at it to begin with. He is chaotic evil. As I said, he's a sick fuck. He will lie, manipulate, and quite frankly, do whatever he wants to get where he needs to be. And he has literally no problem whatsoever with people dying. In fact, he'd probably enjoy it. And he fucking hates goblins.
Because his alignment is
Chaotic?
chaotic. Evil. And what is your ultimate goal?
Fuck goblins.
Yeah.
Ultimate goal is to basically become an extremely powerful Lich King.
Yeah.
make a fucking army of the undead, and just take over and do whatever the fuck I want. Oh, and reestablish the Knights Congregation, rebuild that.
Describe what your character looks like.
6 foot tall, slender guy with a fucking black robe and long black hair. Pretty guy, if he didn't have the fucking weird ass robe, probably seem a fairly normal, good looking guy.
And he has a hood, right?
Yeah, it's... If anybody who knows who fucking Darth Nihilus is from fucking Star Wars, that's literally the robe. Like that.
His goal is to have long black hair. Wow, what a goal!
I will have the ultimate
me
black
too.
hair.
It's a very dimly lit room with a window inside. A bunch of potions and bubbly glasses strewn about the room. Things on the ground. It's very messy. There's one bed, but it seems to be pushed all the way to the side and kind of flipped over. And in its place was just kind of like a rug thing. Looks like someone has been sleeping. In the corner is a man, 6 foot tall, long black hair, robe. He's been messing around with a few potions. He's been using this inn that he's acquired in a few devious ways as a way to experiment potions that he's been making. Trying to make a teleportation potion. Just recently, he managed to make the potion work on an unsuspecting victim, and they disappeared before his very eyes. Now he has the correct concoction, and he intends to use it. Howland picks up the potion and downs it. And he seems fine for a second, nothing out of the ordinary. Then he looks down and notices his body is slowly fading out. First his stomach, as it goes down to his legs all the way down to the ground. Again, back to his head. As if he was being submerged underwater. His vision changes as it goes up, and he is in a new place. There are trees all around him. He has been teleported out of the inn, and now he's in a forest. Ed, what are you going to do?
In the forest?
Yep.
Head to the fucking north. Go north.
Do you know where north is?
Nope. Do it.
So you're just... Okay.
Do north.
You want to roll survival to go north?
Yeah, sure. Which one do I roll?
Just survival.
Alright. It's gotta be one of them.
I have to
What's the survival?
Where's your d20?
I don't fucking know, man. Just got these dice today.
19 plus
19?
Yeah, I think he knows where north is.
She has it upside down.
plus -1. So he's got an 18. He just rolled an 18 on knowing where north is.
Okay. You look to the stars, and you know where the North Star is. It's the green one.
You turn around, there's a sign. Ah.
Nice.
You look up, and you're looking for the North Star. It's the brightest, biggest one, and it's glowing bright green. There's a bunch of different colors, but you know which one is the North Star, and you follow it that way. Desmond,
What's up?
you're flying.
What a start.
Yeah.
You're flying on a griffin. It was one of your dreams. You've always wanted to settle down with a family. You always wanted a griffin. You always wanted to be able to fly in the sky. And in front of you is a 6-year-old daughter. Long hair, like you. You're flying around, and you finally come out of the clouds, and you see down where a little house is built. And you see a red-headed woman waving at you. You smile, and you point down at her, and wave back. The griffin circles the house, lands right next to her, bows down and let you off. You grab your daughter, and you go over to your wife. But as you're about to kiss, you wake up.
Where am I?
You're in an inn. Not in a room. You were sleeping in the corner, chugging a bunch of glasses. There's about 28 around you. The bartender...
Empty bottles?
Empty.
Or like a mug that I just filled with beer?
Empty bottles.
Empty bottles.
Shit, boy.
The barkeeper shakes you awake, but you stagger forward. The bartender is closing up for the night, but he doesn't want anything to deal with you.
Outside. I go outside. I'm gonna pee in an alley.
You go outside, but there's no alley. It's kind of just an open place. There's trees all around. There's a forest right there. It's like you walk out, and there's just a forest.
I turn around, look at the inn,
Okay.
inspect it.
Alright, you want to roll perception?
Sure. Alright, I'm gonna look for anything on the inn that tells me where I am, a city or a name or anything.
Okay.
Perception, it's a 0 bonus. So 11.
You don't see much. You just see a sign that you kind of make up a word, but you can only see half of it, and it just says...
I'm pretty drunk, so maybe I can't read.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry. You just see, like, the letter P and S, so you don't really know.
I'm going behind the inn.
Behind
Anywhere that's mildly private.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind me peeing. Yeah, I'm just gonna put one hand on the inn, one hand on the dangle.
Okay.
Urinate on the ground.
So,
Casual pee.
you're peeing,
Roll to pee.
and as you are peeing, your vision's going in and out. You're closing your eyes. You're very tired. And a few times after you blink open your eyes, the scene kind of seems a bit different. But you're looking down, and you finish peeing, and you look around, and the forest seems to be closer. But you still look at the inn, and it seems to be right there. But now it seems like the trees are encompassing the inn.
Assuming I've finished my business, I'm going to hold on to the inn for dear life and stare directly at the trees, assuming they won't move if I'm looking at them.
Okay.
I'm going to look directly at the trees, holding onto the inn.
Nothing's happening.
I'm going to test this theory. I'm going to blink a few times and see if they move.
You blink a few times, they don't move.
Alright. I'm going to circle around back to the inn. I need to go inside and ask some questions.
So you're going to go inside the inn?
I'm going inside the inn.
Okay, as you open the door, you see on the other side forest.
Fuck.
You going to go through?
I'm going to turn around and see what's left of the entrance.
Okay, you see it's just a door at this point. No hinges.
It's just the
anything.
doorway
Just the doorway.
in the woods.
Yep.
I'm going to take out my dagger,
Yep.
and I'm going to etch DS for Desmond Shattershield into the door frame, and then turn around as it disappears.
What would Desmond do?
Walk.
You start walking. There's a celebration going on. Lights dazzling all over, but it seems like it's dying down very, very much. Everyone seems to be going away. It's a long stretch of road with buildings on either side. Lights are going out, but you hear something, a scream down the road. From that direction comes some type of figure running on all fours with something in its mouth, and a crowd behind it. Everyone's screaming and chasing this thing, throwing things. Pass a few alleys and you try to speed up as quickly as you can to get away from the crowd. You finally get up like 20 feet in front of them and dart into an alley as you're breathing. And you take something out of your mouth. It looks to be the key of the city.
Oh, sweet.
The alley has a dead end to it.
What kind of dead end? Like, is there
It looks like another building's like blocking it.
Oh, okay, so there's nowhere to go. As far as I know.
Well, roll a perception for me.
So 11.
You look around and you don't really see any area to like
Nowhere
get
to go.
out of. You're just there. And then the only way out is the alleyway.
Can I like look to see if the people did they run by?
No, you
Or
don't
they're
know.
still, I don't know. Well, what I would do is I would ask myself why I go in here and then get out and keep going.
Okay.
Like fuck.
Okay, so
Wait, can I swear?
Yeah.
Alright.
Could she have done an investigation check to see people? And I was wondering.
you said, can I see people? I said roll for perception. But you didn't
fight
say,
you?
do you want
Did I fight you?
Do you want to roll an investigation?
0, so 20. I rolled a 20.
On what?
What?
Nothing,
Did I win D&D? Yep, that's it. Game
No.
over, bye guys.
Okay, what are you investigating?
the
What are you trying to see?
What is your goal?
Oh, if there's like a way, I don't know. If there's like
A way
to-
out?
Yeah, in the
Well, you look to
alleyway.
you look to the side and you see a ladder that's not all the way down,
All right.
but it's right there. If you jump to it, you can easily grab it.
Well, I would jump to it and then climb my way out.
Okay, you're climbing up with the key to the city in your mouth.
Yeah,
Okay,
my town now.
you
I'm
jump
there.
up there, and you go up the ladder. As you're going, a window opens and
Uh-huh.
someone screams.
At me or just someone screaming?
They don't know who you were.
Oh.
They're just like, what the fuck is this thing? There's this Sild coming up the thing, and it's all.
Well,
I assume your tongue's sticking
yeah.
out with the key to the
With
city.
key in my mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, well, does the ladder keep going up or is it just to the window? It's to the window?
It keeps going up.
Okay, what I do is I would climb over that and put my foot in their face because they're being loud and I can't have that, and then I keep going up.
Okay, she keeps screaming, and
Alright, not my
the
problem.
crowd is now coming up the alley.
Can they climb? Probably. So that's not my
Probably.
issue. Yeah.
Up the ladder, and there's a crowd. There's a man so pissed off. It looks like that he's the guy that was gonna get the key to the city. He's climbing the ladder as quickly as possible.
Sucks for him. Secretly fast.
Oh,
Speed-
yes.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Speed
but-
racer.
You get to the top
Uh-huh.
just as he's about to. He reaches for your foot, misses,
Okay.
and you jump up. I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, try to grab me, because he would.
Okay.
No, yeah, keep going.
Okay. You're on the roof. What do you
On
want
the
to do?
roof.
You look around. You see the building that's behind you. If you want to
Mhm.
jump to the other building,
Okay.
but this seems to be the last building on the street.
Mhm.
Around it, forest.
Forest.
There's trees around this building.
Mm-hmm. That I can easily get to, like on a branch
Yeah.
or something. I want that. I want to do that.
So you're gonna jump down?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down into the trees.
As you're about to jump, the man behind comes up behind you and grabs you
No.
and lifts you up.
Oh, I'm just a baby.
Give me the key!
No. I'm not gonna do that.
He just grabs the key from your mouth and he's tugging on it.
I don't think my tongue is that strong, so you probably just grab it. I don't know.
Oh, he grabs it from you?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got you by the scruff of the neck and he grabs the key from you.
Yeah.
And he's so happy when he just tosses you off the roof.
Roll fall damage. Done.
Do I die?
No, you didn't. Like, complete opposite of that.
Oh.
You're the other one.
You just like a fucking cat, you land on the branch.
Alright,
You're just,
sweet.
I'm a little disappointed. I wanted you to have that fucking key.
That's okay.
Yeah.
See, by the way, I'm new to D&D, so I don't know what I'm doing.
That's all of us except
That's
for,
that's
like-
why I didn't want to put Brandon
Rule
or
number
Jason
one.
in this.
Resist.
You do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want to do.
Also, yes.
Do
So
what
this is
makes
why I like
sense
the way
to
your
your
character.
Also, I'm going to be using these voices a lot because I don't know that many.
That's okay.
They're all the same.
So you're like
Wow.
any Bethesda game ever. Use the same voice actor for every single character, essentially.
Just slightly different tones. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay, you're in the branches. What are you going to do?
I lost my key. I go into the woods, I guess.
And finally, Lillium. Lillium
Shit.
comes to the shore after she just left her city of Sapphire. She made it out just in time before people closed down the city from being entered or exited because of an incident that occurred, which I could explain, but I'll leave that up.
You could explain, just we don't mention certain details.
She is looking for Faye, a person of interest for Lillium, who seemed to disappear. She has it in her head that she is completely alive, and she's going to find her and bring her back, because that's what Faye would do for Lillian. You come to the shore, and you see trees all around you. You can go to the right, you can go to the left, you can go center. Roll perception.
11.
Anything plus that?
That is a plus.
No.
I rolled an 8 and I got plus 3.
This is hard to miss. You just notice that in the tree line kind of like spreads out just a little bit.
Can I investigate the tree separation? Like in like what's down there, like down in that area? Can I investigate?
Yeah, sure.
20 plus 1, 21. What's down this tree line?
As you keep looking, it looks like there's a little glow coming from the trees. You don't know, it's not a certain color, they keep changing, but every time the tree moves, it's like it's making a trail all the way down.
It seems really suspicious, and I feel like I should walk the other way. But my curiosity makes me go through.
As you go through, and as you're going down the trail, the tree is closed.
I turn the fuck around.
Okay, you want to turn around?
Well, once I see trees, I'm gonna stop. Is anything else occurring? Like, is it just trees miraculously moving?
Not too much though, like it's just, you rolled a 21, that's the only way you notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep going.
Back to Howland. As you've been going north, you've slowly been noticing that the trees are getting like thicker and thicker, and they're closer and closer. You're finding it harder and more difficult to get through. You see way in the distance a light, but these trees are so close together, you have to slide through in order to get through. Are you going to keep going towards the light, or what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go towards the light.
Okay. As you're going, the trees start to...
Fuck.
Yeah. The branches hits you in the face. And you clearly notice this was the branch. It had intent.
So, which tree hit me?
It's dark.
Alright, well, I'm gonna use a fucking acid splash right now and splash the fuck out of these trees. All the
Okay.
trees in my immediate vicinity are getting acid splashed.
Okay, you can acid splash.
Melt them.
Okay, you acid splash them, but they sizzle, but they don't have any effect on them.
Fuck. Alright, fuck it, just keep going.
Alright. As you're going, they keep hitting you.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, hold on a second. You're getting really fucking red in the face.
Yeah.
As you're getting closer and closer to light, and finally, this last branch hits you, and you just faint, fall to the ground. Desmond,
My shield's up. What's up?
you're going through the forest, right?
Yeah, what's up?
It shattered though.
The trees open.
Yeah. I proceed. There's a clearing.
There's a clearing, yes. Are you gonna keep going through the clearing?
I reach the edge of the clearing and look around. Anyone there?
This is a huge clearing. Like,
Huge.
It's like you think that you walked out of the forest, but you can still see trees on that side.
Okay.
Okay.
I continue along the center of the clearing. Just
Mhm.
make my way.
You come to a cabin. Lights are all off. You can't see any candlelight. It's very dark. The only thing that's shining is the stars.
I'll knock.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
No one answers.
All right. Desmond is an experienced drinker. He's sobered up by now, and he knows there's some magical BS going on. So he takes a few steps back, raises his shield, and charges the door. He's just gonna bust the door down.
Roll for me.
Roll strength. All right. Shit. 1 + 4,
Did you check if it was locked?
so it's a 5.
Hey, it's not. It's
You just bounce right off of it.
Bounce right off the door.
Yep. You kind of like tumble a little bit. You're sobered up, but you're still like kind of like fatigued from walking this
Okay. If I can, I'm just gonna get up and be like, "Shit, was it unlocked?" I'm gonna try the handle.
long. It opens.
Fuck. All right. I'll take a look around. Do I have all right. I light a torch. Oh, wait, is it dark? Is it daytime?
No.
It's
dark.
nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll light a torch.
Oh, it's not that. I'm sleeping.
Okay. What you see is just a bed. It's just a one-room cabin with a bed in it. There's a bathroom to the side, but it's not like plumbing or anything.
Just a hole.
Just a hole in the ground.
With a pitcher.
No, there's no picture. Just a hole straight through the ground. Like it's raised up. The houses.
Oh, okay. I mean, anything I can inspect, I'm gonna inspect. Lift the bed up, look around, knock on the walls.
You don't find any.
Nothing.
You don't find anything. You don't even know if anyone lives here. There's nothing that would show you that
All right.
anyone lives here.
I'm gonna sleep till daytime.
Okay. Tip.
Yeah.
You are going around these branches,
Mm-hmm.
and do you have any idea of where you're going?
What I want to do is kind of circle around the town and see if I can maybe get that key back. Because I'm like, why let that go? I don't
Well,
want that.
you can't see the town.
I can't see the town.
Because you went
I'm
into
like,
the branch
fuck
and
it.
you started going. You don't know where the town is. You could have
That's
sworn
okay.
that it was just there and like that way, but you think you're going in circle.
Okay. I guess I just keep on going then. I don't know
Okay.
until I can like find like a clearing or something.
Okay.
Like maybe I'll jump down and get on the ground.
Are you gonna get on the ground?
You know what? I think I'm gonna get on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like it's very spread out with all the trees that you're going through.
Okay.
And as you're going through, you see. Roll a perception for me.
6. Was it the 9?
That's a 9.
9? Alright.
Plus, you don't see anything, but you hear just something like
Something buzzing.
a bit, like from the ground though, just to like to
I
the
hear
side.
something from the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, can I don't really have ears, but I can hear. Or I'm gonna put my head to the ground and see if
You trace it like maybe 3 feet back, just by a tree.
Well, I go backwards, ear or head still to the ground, and kind of like follow the noise to
Okay.
the tree
It comes right to this little spot
or whatever.
next to a tree where like seems like the dirt's moving underneath.
Okay. I want to dig that. I'm gonna dig
As
it.
you're digging, this little flower pops up, and it's
Ooh.
kind of got.
Undertale.
It is Undertale. You tricked me into Undertale.
It's got 7 petals.
Okay.
Each one is different color, but then the middle is black.
Black. Okay. I want to take it.
Okay, you take
So,
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that flower.
As soon as you take it, there's this kind of pheromone
Sexy.
that kind of spreads around, and it smells good.
Okay.
Like
Sexy good.
kind of like a just like a rainy, like
Oh,
not
yeah.
not the fish smell that
Mhm.
kind of sucks, but like a
That
good
makes
rain.
sense. Okay. I do have a belt, so I'm gonna put it like
Mhm.
underneath my belt loop.
You put it in your belt loop.
I want to keep digging to see if there's anything else.
Okay,
to
you
be
can
honest.
keep digging.
Yeah, I want to keep digging.
How?
I don't know,
Did you just say how?
How do you dig?
Basically like just with your arms.
That's my hand. Like
Okay.
a. I don't know, like an animal.
Okay.
Like any other sort of animal.
How long would you dig for?
Until you get bored, like 4 scoops.
So you get like 1 foot.
Oh, okay.
1 foot.
Sweet.
Because it seems that the soil is kind of very hard there, and
Okay.
you feel like something's down there,
Okay.
but you only get 1 foot before you start feeling very fatigued, and
Oh, okay.
you want to sleep. Like something is making you want to
Sleepy.
fall asleep,
Okay.
and you pass out.
Okay. Alright, good night.
Lillium, it's been a month of you walking through this forest. You are just so damn tired of seeing these trees, and you haven't spoken to anyone. You might be going a little crazy.
I start talking with the trees.
In the distance, it's now daytime. This is a day.
Did I sleep? Did I rest?
Yeah, I'm sure, like, through the month, like, you just slept.
Like, I mean, like, previous nights, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
You slept the night before.
Where,
You're very paranoid, though.
Yeah, I was like, am I like, where? How
You
am I
haven't
sleeping?
seen any animals except for a few things that slither around the trees and go up.
Do I get, like, tentacle PTSD?
A bit. That's what you're
Okay.
trying to avoid.
That's my
these
paranoia.
things.
Okay.
As you're going, you actually see through the tree line a cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just one, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sleepy little cabin.
Sleepy little cabin. You're, like, so amazed. You don't know what to do about it. What are you gonna do?
Do I see anything else? Like, is it just everything else around is just forest?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to it. Describe any windows, any...
There are windows, and you see someone around it.
Someone's around it, not in it.
No, around it. They're kind of, like, watering some plants around it. They look very
Alright.
pretty.
I'm gonna try to play it cool. Internally, like, if you look at my facial feature, you can see that I'm like, oh my gosh, humans! But like, well, define, is it human or creature? Do I know?
Can't really tell. She's got a hood up a little bit, just kind of like holding her hair down a little bit. It looks like a human, but you can't tell if it would be an elf or not because you can't see the ears.
Okay, okay.
It's kind of like very cut jawline.
Mm.
She's not covered completely. She's not sleeveless, but like her dress doesn't cover up her entire arm.
Damn them shoulders, girl!
Yeah, so she's just kind of wearing this little nice dress. It's kind of short, but it goes to the knees. She looks at you and she's very surprised. Darling, where'd you come from? She sees you and she comes up and grabs you and she's like, oh, where have you been? Where did you come from? Did you come from there?
What? Where's she pointing?
The forest.
Pointing where I came from?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you saw me come from there. I'm coming from Sapphire.
I'm sorry. I have no idea where that's from. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm on a journey for my friend.
Who's your friend?
It's not that important. I just,
Well,
you know...
here, I'm sorry. Here, just she pats you on the head. She's like, come with me. And she takes you.
You know, just because I'm short doesn't mean you have to pat me on the head. Literally
No,
every time someone sees me.
darling. It's that's not what I mean.
Someone sees me, I'm gonna pat you on the head. It's offensive.
As you're noticing a little bit more about her, you're kind of like looking at her, and she's kind of like pushing you in the direction of the cabin. Now you see one cabin right here, and then you see farther down, you see a whole bunch of cabins spread out. Some are close together, and there's bigger cabins, smaller cabins, but there's a lot of cabins. And she's taking you to the bigger one near the center of most of them. And there's no, like, actual door to it, but there's pillars kind of holding up the roof. Not, like, marble pillars like you'd think about, but, like, just little wooden pillars holding up the roof. Open doorway, and then you just see down into the room. She brings you into the cabin, and she brings you to this not open door. She opens it, and it looks like kind of an infirmary. Infirmary. There's so many beds, and there's several that kind of have people in them. You can't really tell who's who.
Can I tell, like, the race of, like, who's living there, or is it varied?
Well, one of them you can't tell because they're just kind of sleeping. They got the cover and the
Okay.
pillow over them. There's two humans, a blobby thing, halfling, half-orc, and an elf. And she puts you down in the bed, and she says,
So wait, so like, I'd like to start with, one, she hasn't said her name, she hasn't asked me for my name, and she's already dragged me across half the town.
she just saw you come out of the forest, and she's taking you to the infirmary.
Was I in harm's way?
Did you ask that? Or are you gonna say you've been away for a month? Of course you're in harm's way. She takes you to the bed, and she's, wait here. I'm gonna go get some food and some drinks. You stay right here.
I stop her for a moment.
Okay.
Wait, who are you? Where am I? You gotta be a little bit more specific. You just dragged me in here.
Fair point. This is Soulwood. I'll explain more in a minute. Okay?
Well, what is your name?
I'm Selena. Anything else? I'll be right back. I swear. I can talk several days, years even. Just give me.
I mean, you could just stay here for the next few years. That's fine. But I mean, like, yeah, I guess you should get me food or some shit.
Oh, what would you like? Shit? What is that?
Sorry for the clap.
I'm sorry. What?
I don't know what you're doing, but you're free to go and do what you were doing, I guess.
I don't know if we have any shit, but I'll
no, I'm good. It's just a common term in Sapphire.
Sapphire? I think I'll have some questions for you when I get back.
Okay.
Everyone seems to be sleeping.
Okay. Anything else going on around me?
Just a lot of snoring and people sleeping.
Alright, I chill out.
Selena comes back and she puts a bunch of trays on different tables, and she actually shakes awake one of the other ones, gives him his food. That was one of the elves. And then she puts another tray on your table, and she's like, now 1 second. And she goes back and she kind of checks to see if another one has awoken. Suddenly you're shaken awake, Howland. And you see this dark-skinned female kind of got this little thing. She's got a hood kind of covering her hair and her ears a little bit coming down. She does have sleeves, but it's not part of her little dress that's going on. And she says, hey, sugar, you finally awake?
Yeah.
Sure am, honey.
Well, here you go. And she hands you these little meat cubes, you would think they are. And she's like, eat these up. These will keep you nice and healthy.
Fireball!
Alright, yeah, fine, sure. Eat them. Read them.
You should run your husband ass in the face.
Like an poison, God help her.
You're woken up to sounds of... You're woken up by sounds of people talking, like clatters and then snoring, and you see at the end of their bed a little child staring up at you like this, just looking around. He's just kind of staring at you,
What
like
are you
not
looking
blinking,
at?
just at you.
Don't look at me.
Fucking grudge.
And he doesn't listen to you.
Kick him in the face. Don't.
He goes back, but he smiles at the.
Don't smile at me.
You successfully kicked him in the face.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
He's into it.
Hold on a second.
Does the kid dodge? Roll initiative.
He doesn't dodge.
Alright, good.
He takes a full kick to the
He
face.
eats sword.
But like he thinks you're playing and he doesn't want to cry in front of you.
My
Wait,
turn.
do I have like a blanket or something?
Yeah.
Alright, well I go underneath that blanket. I don't want anyone to look at me.
Kick him in the face and hide under a blanket.
Selena sees that you got woken up.
That's just her seeing me being woken up.
Selena walks over by you and she says, don't mind little Obi here. He's never seen a Sild before.
Then I stay underneath the blanket and I just say, who are you?
I'm so sorry. I'm not used to having so many of you actually awoke right now. I'm Selena. I kind of help around here.
Okay, I peek from underneath the blanket to look at her. What's she look like?
She's dark skinned.
Like,
She's got a hood over her hair,
Okay.
holding her ears. She's got brown eyes, big brown eyes, kind of like puppy eyes.
Oh, cute.
And you can't tell if she's a human or an elf because she's very cut in the face.
Okay. Where am I?
You look around. You're in an infirmary.
All right.
You see a bunch of people awake. You see Selena, Obi, and you see a Nixie, and then you also see a human.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start taking stuff. I'm gonna get the blanket. I'm gonna wrap it up all nice and cute. And I'm gonna... Is there a door? Because I'm gonna walk towards that door.
There's a door, but it's not open.
Okay, well, I'm walking towards it anyway. I have to roll to walk towards the door.
Thank God. Selena notices, and she's like, "Now, where are you going?"
I'm gonna leave.
No.
Yeah.
If you want to leave, you can. Just
Okay, I'm going to.
all right.
Alright, bye. Can I open the door?
You can open the door.
All right.
Go ahead.
Open the door and I leave.
Okay, where are you going?
North.
Look around. Wait, is it day or night?
It's daytime right now.
Okay, what's around?
A bunch of cabins that you see. They're all spread out. Some of them are close together. And then
Alright.
you see a tree line.
Okay, I turn around and I ask her, is this like a camp or something?
She smiles at you.
Oh, so it's a camp.
In a manner of speaking.
It's a camp.
Sure.
I'm gonna die.
Not if you don't want to.
What does that
Not if you
mean?
don't cooperate.
Okay.
It's completely fine. Just if you come back to the infirmary, I'll explain to you and the friends so we don't have to speak twice. Could you do that for me, please? And she bats her eyes at it.
Okay, what do I get in return?
My undying gratitude.
Like an item. Is that something they can obtain?
An item?
Like gratitude. You want something?
What would you like?
Anything. Your shoes.
My shoe? You know what? Here you go. And she takes it off and she gives it to you.
Okay, where do you want me to be?
Just back to the infirmary so I can talk to the others.
Okay, fine. Can I go back to my bed?
Yeah, sure. There's some food over there for you to put down, okay? Just give me a few
I'm gonna eat
minutes.
that food.
What?
I'm gonna eat that food.
Please do, please.
Alright, I'm gonna eat that food. Bye.
I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. I swear. I will be back. I'll give you any information you need, okay?
Sweet.
Okay.
Keep calling me that, thank you. I like it a lot, thanks.
Okay, no problem. And she heads away and you go back into the infirmary.
Cool.
Is anyone else awake?
Tipp, Howland.
Howland.
But she has been handed a note earlier in the day, but she saw you and she didn't want to leave you alone. She has been handed a note that someone has kind of snuck into one of the vacant cabins and they want to figure out what's going on. So she heads over to one of the cabins and she knocks on the door. Hello, sir. I just want to be the first one to welcome you to Soulwood. It's really all right, okay? Just come out and I'll explain to you everything you need to know.
I am completely silent. Are there windows?
There's windows.
Are there shades over them? Or are they just open windows?
Open windows.
I'm sleeping, so I wake up, I turn, and do I see her look in the window?
Yeah.
She's looking at me.
Yeah, she smiles. She kind of waves and she's like, hi.
Alright, I approach the door slowly, take a moment to consider my options, and then just crack it 2 inches open and look through, and just be like, who are you?
Well, I'm Selena. Now listen, this is all going to be very confusing for you. I just have a few things to tell you. This cabin is a very small cabin, and I could get you a better cabin. If you'd like this cabin to stay in, that's all right. This is a very vacant cabin. No one's using it. You can sleep in here. Could you come with me a few of me and some of the other people I'd like to talk to? If that's okay, I could bring them here if that's so what you wish. I just need to speak and explain the whole situation.
Situation? I don't know about that. Where am I?
Well, this is Soulwood.
Soulwood? Where the hell is Soulwood?
Frankly, dear, no one really knows.
OC, you said before, Soulwood is no one knows what that is. Not even me who's a history buff know where that is. Okay, is there a name for, the whole world?
Eldra Gadrid.
Eldra Gadrid is, the continent.
Gadrid.
Okay, Gadrid?
Gadrid.
Okay. Where the fuck is that in Gadrid?
Well...
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
She looks up at you and, sees how big and...
I'm 6 foot and, I'm armored.
Yeah, and she sees the scars and she's kind of
And I've got my sword pointed at her.
Yeah, it's okay. You have nothing to fear here. I swear to you. Don't worry.
I recognize she's not a threat and I just walk out and I'm like, move. Alright. What do you want?
Just follow me to the infirmary. I'll get you some food. If you'd like some drinks, I can get you no matter...
Drinks?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, fine. As long as I don't have to pay for it. I ain't got no cash on me.
Oh, that is completely fine here, sir.
Free drinks. We might get along after all.
So you guys
follow her.
Go to the infirmary.
Okay. While we were gone and the three of us were awake and alone there, I approach Sild in the room as because that was the first one to seem to know the most about what's going on.
Okay. Obi's still there staring at the Sild.
Okay. I look at the kid and I go, "What are you doing?"
He kind of looks kind of scared at you. And he gets into the bed with Tipp. Are you still in the bed?
I am still in the bed, and why are you in my bed? Don't be in my bed. This is my bed, don't you know what beds are? They belong to certain people. This one's mine. Okay, can you talk? Can you speak? Do you have words in your mouth? Huh?
I pick him up and put him on another bed.
He's freaking out.
Thank you.
He's freaking out. He wants back. He wants to go back to Tipp.
No,
No, you don't.
It's not your mom. Get over it.
He bites you.
Ew.
I punch him.
Square, you punch him.
I punch this kid right in the nose.
You kicked him. She's punching him.
I don't punch him. I don't punch him.
Okay, I was from now on, if you say you're gonna do something, you're fucking doing it.
It's instinct.
Okay,
It's
okay,
instinct.
fine.
I go to kind of put it, but I stop and I'm like, just a kid. I take my hand back and I just just stay still. Just forget it.
Stay over there,
And
please.
then I turn to the Sild.
He kicks you in the shin.
Strong kid.
You bitch!
He's on the bed. How is he kicking? What are you doing? Like swiping from under?
No, like he goes back like that into your shin. Like that, backwards with his leg. So there's not a lot of force, but he's just clearly trying to get away from you.
Fine. I move away from him. I move to the other side of the bed with the Sild.
He gets into the bed. Tip.
Do you have any action to that? I try.
Can I pick up this kid and move him back on the ground?
Yep.
Okay, well I want to.
Okay, well
I keep my hand on him.
he smiles at you.
I put my this is gonna be weird, but I put my thumb in his mouth and I make a frowny face to be like, "This is bad. Don't do this.
Why me?
Don't be in my bed, please."
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't like that, so I take my thumbs up. I get out of my bed. And I'm like, okay, have my bed. I don't need a bed.
He's really close to you. He's by your leg.
I don't want this kid. I don't want this kid. Hey, Scaly, right? It's your name, right? Scaly?
No,
help me.
Wait, I'm not scaly.
You look Scaly. Your name's supposed to be Scaly.
No,
What's your name?
I'm Lillium.
Dumb name. That's fine.
Yeah,
Help me
you're
with
wrong.
this kid.
Anyway,
Help me, please.
what do you want me to do?
Take him, put him outside, close the door, make sure he can't get back in. We don't know this kid.
You're more
We're
powerful
not
than
responsible.
me.
What?
You're more powerful than I am. Why don't you do
I don't
it?
know that for a fact.
I'm not a fighter. I don't do this.
Alright, well, we can't be friends. I take... Sorry. That's what Tipp would do. I would never do
no, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I take the kid, pick him up.
Oh, he's smiling. He's so happy when you
And at this point,
I
I've moved away. I went back to my bed.
I walk towards the door. Is what's her nuts in the house?
Selena?
Yeah, she's not in there, is she?
No.
Are you walking to the door?
Yeah.
Okay. As
Put him upside.
you're walking to the door, Selena opens up Desmond behind
Okay.
her. And
I
she's
don't
like,
want this.
"Oh, you getting along with Obi?
No.
Oh, he loves this.
No.
He loves new strangers,
No.
especially people he's never seen
No.
before. I'm
Listen to
so
me.
glad.
You're talking.
I'm
I
so
was
glad you're
background
getting
laughing.
along
You're
with
talking way too much. I'm putting him outside.
Oh, well, if that's what you wish.
That
He
is what
loves
I wish.
hide and seek.
Good. Let's play hide and seek. He can hide first, and I'll seek. I like that.
Oh, he gets really excited when he
Cool.
hears that.
I put him on the ground.
Okay, he
So I'm
goes like
behind-
this,
Okay, 2, 1.
and then he runs out the door as quickly
Alright,
as
cool.
possible.
Oh,
All right.
my.
I go back to my bed.
Okay.
Peace out. 8 time down.
Selena comes in and Desmond's there, and she kind of looks at you, Howland, and gestures for you to come by.
Do it. Go.
Tips in the bed, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You're standing around you all. This might come to a shock to all of you, but first of all, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm too happy.
I'm just happy to see you all. I'm glad you guys are safe. You don't know me, and I don't you.
I'm searching the room for alcohol. She said there'd be food and drink.
Okay.
Do I see any?
You see food and drinks, but none alcoholic.
I just remembered that I have her shoes. Her shoes are now on my hands. They
And
will-
she
okay.
smiles at you, and she's
Very
like,
good.
"Oh, that's so nice."
Cool. I like her.
Yeah.
I take a glass
She's looking
of... What do they have?
However.
They have water, and they have this weird sticky substance that's, if you pour it on yourself, it'll be sticky. It's not pop, but it basically has the same substance.
Are there like potted plants in the room?
Yes, 2 of them.
I pour the water into a potted plant, sling a water skin off my back, and pour the homemade hooch into the glass, and begin
Do
drinking.
that. Hold on a second. Roll for perception.
All right. 15.
Okay. Are you into a glass?
I empty out the water into the potted plant, and then I fill it with my own drink.
As you're doing that, you also notice that the plant is kind of wilted a bit. It's not dying, but you clearly did not want that.
It did not want the water.
No, it didn't. Oh, you picked up the water?
I poured the water into the plant, and then filled the empty glass with alcohol.
Retcon that then.
The plant's fine. Okay.
That's fine. Good.
Okay.
That rolls for nothing. Okay. She looking at you doing this, and she's kind of like wondering what's going on, but she's not going to stop you. She doesn't want to have a bad first impression by like going, "Hey, don't do that." So she's just kind of speaking anyway. She looks at you, Howland, and she clearly sees that you are very kind of pissed off from being hit in a branch. That's the last thing you remember. And she goes, "Now I know it might not be the best of situations, but let me explain the whole thing that's going on here. Now, this is Soulwood. I'm Selena. And we have a lovely town here. It's very nice to see you all. Very nice to see you guys awake and up about when we have so many here that are not so much in that predicament. I just like to... She looks down.
Speak.
Please don't get angry at the news here. It's just... Everyone who's ever come to Soulwood never left. There's not really an exit sort of way. And I hope that's
My
fine.
hand is resting on my sword. I'm convinced it's a murder cult.
She sees you do that, kind of like widens her eyes. Now, it doesn't mean you can't try. I am not keeping you here. That is not my job. That's not what I want to do. If I could, I would send you guys on your way. I wish I... She looks at Tipp, trying to avoid her. Now, this is a very good place, and I will show you around. There's so many different people for you to talk to. We have a great family here. There's so many different people, I swear.
People.
Yes, people.
First off, I don't trust this man. Sword man. So can we, like, also play hide and seek with him?
You say that out loud?
Yes, because I'm an idiot.
Okay. I mean, if you guys like to play hide and seek, but I think you guys would get along very finely. Do you have any questions about this place?
Is there a tavern in this hell town?
Of course, we have a tavern of sorts.
What's tavern?
You know, in a place to find friends, drink, have some food.
I'm looking out the window, if there is one. I'm looking for a tavern-like building out the window.
You can see a kind of place where a bunch of people are hiding. Well, not hiding, but like... You know that thing where they're like kind of leaning against one of the pillars? A little saloon type of thing that you can... That's only what you can see from here. It's not very close, but it's down the road. Soulwood is a nice place, and I want it to be a nice place for you. And I do not want you guys to cause any disruptions. But if you feel like you need to do something, go ahead and do it. Now, I've got some things to do. I really would love for you guys to join me. If you guys have any other questions, I'll be free. Please, feel free to ask.
Do I still have the flower underneath my belt?
It's wilted.
Oh.
It's been a month. Yeah.
I take it and I give it to her. Can you please take this and help it, please? Or just have it.
I can certainly try. I don't know if I have any...
I put my hand on her shoulder.
She freezes.
And I say, let me get this straight. You give us free food and free drink and free room and board. And there's no catch to this?
Well, we're all here stuck together. It's best to help each other out.
Wait. You haven't tried to leave?
Oh, we've tried.
Okay, how? You haven't, like, walked around?
We
Because obviously you haven't.
Believe me, miss. Believe me. I'm sorry, I haven't even asked your name.
Name's Tipp.
Tipp?
Tipp, yeah.
That's a lovely name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're so... Okay. Sorry, I just like you. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I hoped I like you too. I think our friendship will blossom from here.
That's true. You're dumb, though,
Oh.
for not trying as hard to leave.
Desmond's leaving the room.
Well,
He's a smart man.
Well, you can try. You can certainly try. Don't worry. It's okay. Please. And she looks at you and she's... You haven't said much. You okay? You have any questions for this place?
I figure that going out is better, so I follow him.
I do the same thing. I follow her.
It's okay.
It is okay.
If you got information, let me know.
I got your shoes.
I know. I'll get some new ones.
Yeah, you will.
You
I
gonna
don't
do
like
anything?
her, but I like her shoes though.
So,
Acid's blood.
You could.
so with Charm Person, do they do whatever I say, or do I influence them to do something?
You can influence them to do something. I mean, you could kind of do whatever they say, but you can't tell them to kill themselves because that's more of like...
They're charmed by you.
Yeah.
Anything someone in love with you would do.
Yes.
So she owns this. Where the fuck are we?
Soulwood. Oh wait, are you gonna ask me that?
Like house? What house? Like what?
Infirmary. It's a big place. It's where like they keep a lot of medicine.
Okay, all right. I need to charm this bitch right now.
Are you gonna charm person? Roll a d20.
All right, which one is it?
The one with 20 sides. What do you got?
Oh no.
What do you get?
Wait,
No.
what'd you roll?
Roll the one.
Wait, what's your perception?
And he's got a +5 bonus, so he's at 6, but rolling a natural 1 is still a natural 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Don't fucking...
What happened?
You have to hold your book in order to cast a spell, so she sees you like take out your book, and she's like,
You just point your staff at her, get
Acid
your book out, and
splash,
she's like, wait!
acid splash, splash her in the face right now.
hold on a second, she's not. No, she's not doing anything yet. Are you gonna acid?
Ouch. Acid splash. Sounds like Selena's not going to have a great time next episode. Or will I even allow Howland to acid splash this female cleric on their first meeting of the very first NPC that he comes across? As a DM, I can't say no.